Welcome to Newark, Delaware, site of the latest #1 upset in Division I lacrosse. This time it is unranked Delaware toppling the Rutgers Scarlet Knights 13-9. Delaware has played the #1 team in the country 7 times. This is the first time that they were able to topple the #1 in the country. Likely the last time Coach Bob Shinlaw is going to face the #1 team in the country. This game was all about the goalie, Matt DeLuca, the freshman. He just got the reins of the starting position and he made the most of it. He had 19 saves, 11 of them in the first half, and the Delaware defense overall stifled Rutgers. They had a really good game plan of basically locking off Jules Henenberg in the first half, and that really stifled Rutgers a lot, and they weren't able to recover from it until the third quarter. By then it was a little bit too little too late. This game, the midfield for Delaware had 9 of the 13 goals. Steve DeLargy, Trooper Ortlib, and Will Hirschman all with hat tricks. Andrew Romagnoli had 2 goals and 3 assists, showing his ability to feed as well as get to the rack. And Coach Shillinglaw is as excited as you've ever seen him before with this win. But after the game, he said, "You know what? I would trade this for a CAA championship any day."
What's up, everybody? Dan Abram for Inside Lacrosse here at Homewood Field, where I just saw a wild game between Hopkins and Virginia. Shaq Stamick scored the game winner in overtime to lift Hopkins to an 18-17 victory over the Cavaliers. This was just a wild game. It was a game of runs, really. Virginia came out high-flying in this game, got out to a 10-4 lead, and then in the second half, Hopkins just gradually nudged away at that lead, eventually took a 17-14 lead with about 2 minutes remaining in the game. The Cavaliers had a wild comeback, equalized with 11 seconds remaining in the game. Michael Krause led all Cavalier scorers with 4 goals. Zed Williams had 2 goals and an assist. It was Kyle Marr who had the hot hand for Hopkins in this game. He had 6 goals in this game, 4 of which came in the second half. For Hopkins, this is a much-needed win. They've got Rutgers visiting on Friday, the start of conference play for the Blue Jays.
This is Thomas Casali reporting at the Carrier Dome for Inside Lacrosse. It was Jamie Trimboli in overtime, giving Syracuse a 12-11 win over Duke. It was a wild fourth quarter as 9 goals were scored by 8 different players. Syracuse had a 2-goal lead with 13:49 left in the fourth quarter, but Duke scored 4 consecutive goals to take a 2-goal lead until Brendan Bomberry and Nick Mariano scored back-to-back goals to tie it up with 1:26 remaining. Then it was Trimboli in overtime, falling to the ground on a play he said wasn't designed for him but was designed for Mariano. He stepped in front of the pass, took it and scored to give Syracuse their 5th straight victory.
On Saturday afternoon in South Bend, Notre Dame defeated Ohio State 12-7. The Irish were led by a hat trick from Sergio Perkovic, who had a better shooting. He shot 3 of 10, and 3 of his 4 shots on net ended up going in. It's also a great defensive performance from the Irish. For the most part, all of the Buckeye offense came in transition. Only 1 of the 7 was really out of a settled situation. The Irish were led by 3 caused turnovers from Garrett Epple, 2 caused turnovers, 5 ground balls, a goal, and an assist from LSM John Sexton.
This is Peter Katrumpis reporting from Fetzer Field in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, following up on a 15-7 win by the 10th-ranked Maryland Terrapins over the 14th-ranked UNC Tar Heels, the defending national champions. The Terps got on top of the Tar Heels early in this one, leading 6-2 after the first quarter, and built their lead up to as much as 13-4 heading into the final. Matt Rambo finished the game with 2 goals and 3 assists, a matching finish that Connor Kelly also finished with. Maryland was all over North Carolina's turnovers and scored as a result, threading passes through the defense that worked hard but just couldn't do anything to stop them, with Brian Balcom in net and also Jake Pazula making only 4 stops combined. Dan Morris made 12 stops for the Terps, which was critical in earning this one. For Inside Lacrosse, this is Peter Katrumpis from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Hey everybody, this is Jeff Shannon with Inside Lacrosse, just minutes after Denver's 12-11 win over Towson here in Baltimore. The big battle in Saturday's game between Towson and Denver was between face-off midfielders Trevor Baptiste and Alex Woodall. Despite a game effort by Woodall, who did a good job clamping the ball, Denver still finished 20 for 27 at the face-off X, thanks in part to good wing play from Danny Logan and Sean Mael, their LSM. Freshman Ethan Walker led Denver's offense with 4 goals and 1 assist, while midfielder Colton Jackson added a hat trick. Connor Carazana, playing out of the box, also notched 2 goals for the Pioneers. Towson's Ryan Drenner had a good day, posting 3 goals and 3 assists.
Zach Babbo, Inside Lacrosse, here at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, where the Mids just got a big Patriot League win, 14-9 over Lehigh. Game kind of played as you thought it might. Both teams solid defensively, but an overwhelming face-off advantage for Navy resulted in more productive offense. They won the face-off battle 21-5 against Lehigh here. David Little comes back from injury, and he sure seems healthy. I believe he broke a record today with 9 goals for the Mids. Grayson Terrain was the next leading scorer with 1 goal and 5 helpers. That long-lost Navy offense seems to have finally returned. They looked much better on that end. A solid effort on defense today. Both teams really scored a good chunk of their opportunities today in the limited fast break and transition opportunities that were available. A really impressive offensive outing for the Mids, especially from David Little today.
That wraps up the Epic IL Game Day recap. Make sure to get all your lacrosse news at InsideLacrosse.com and follow us on social media at Inside_Lacrosse on Twitter and IL_photos on Instagram. Gear up for your season with Epic's line of goods and apparels, including ultralight otter mesh, the Gen 7 Dragonfly shaft, and the Hawk prequel and sequel heads.